Hello everybody, welcome back to PadFootTD Games. My name is Zach, I'm the voice behind the icon, and today we are back for our next day of our vacation, which is day number 4, day number 3 at the parks. We are going to Hollywood Studios, everybody. So excited about this, especially when I don't know when this has been updated, so this will be very interesting to see. So for those of you who don't know, you might just be getting on to here. This is us flying at MGM. I'm currently on vacation. I'm down at Florida. Whenever you're seeing this video is when I am at MGM in real life. And I thought it'd be fun to kind of put together our trip, which is going to be 4 days at the park and a 4-day cruise on the Disney Wish in simulator form, including flight simulator and ship simulator. So I figured it could be a lot of fun. Let's head on in here to MGM. Ignore the warning for the RPMs. Right here in front of us, originally the Great Movie Ride is going to be brand new to us. The Mickey and Minnie Railroad, I think is what they are actually calling it, which should be a lot of fun. I'm actually, because everything's so tight in here. This might be better. So the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is going to be here, which is going to be a lot of fun to experience for the very first time. I do miss the Great Movie Ride, but things do change. Got the Indiana Jones stunt show, which of course we'll go see as a theater technician. You've always got to go see that, just to be able to enjoy, watching my people put on a show and seeing a little bit of behind the scenes of what it's like for film and for theater, where nothing is what it seems. And then, of course, you have Muppets Vision 3D. We will be seeing that as well, especially with the possible rumor that it might be going away to make room for Monsters, Inc. Has not been confirmed, is just a rumor, but it's enough where it makes my ears perk, saying that's one that we've got to take to ensure that we actually get to ride it before it is gone. You've got Toy Story Mania, of course, as well over there to our right. Sorry, the wind is kicking me a little bit, getting my butt kicked from wind today. Over to the right, which is always a lot of fun if you ever want to completely throw down with your family. And just like Buzz Lightyear, the Academy, completely ruin your connection as a family. Then, of course, obviously, the brand new thing for us is going to be Star Wars World. So we've got Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run, the two rides that are going to be here. Now, of course, I'm going to miss the stunt show because, again, it was my people. Oh, the Millennium Falcon is actually modeled. That's actually really cool. But I think this is a great thing. I think this is great for Star Wars fans as well as the park itself. A stunt show fits for behind the scenes of the movies, but like Universal's, oh my god, there's Kermit on the back of that building. Look at, oh my god, it's modeled. Oh my god, Kermit, I'm your biggest fan. Okay, so, where were we? Talking about Star Wars, right? On how it was good for the park and a necessity, unfortunately. The other thing is somewhere over here, I can't remember if it's actually in the world or not, or right on the outside, is going to be Star Tours, which I believe is right in there. Honestly, I can't even remember where things are kind of lined up. But, of course, this is also where, the backlot tour and everything used to be. So, a lot of memories here, but I think a lot of new ones are going to be made as well, including my ability to go to something canteen. I can't remember the name of it, but I get to make a lightsaber. Very expensive thing. I got it for my birthday. Thank you to Danielle and my parents for giving me this opportunity to be able to do this and get the video of us doing it. Over here right in front of us is Toy Story World, which, again, I know there's some sort of green alien flying saucer. I know there's Slinky Dog, the roller coaster, which we will be going on at some point when we're down there. Again, we're right before Labor Day weekend, so we're hoping we catch it in just enough time. This will actually be the first day. This will be Saturday of Labor Day weekend, so after we do Rise of the Resistance, which I believe is our first thing, or whatever our first thing is this day, I want to make sure that we get our Lightning Lane ready for Slinky Dog. So fingers are crossed to be able to do something new, and of course a roller coaster that Danielle can actually do. Somebody gets very motion sick, at least gives her an opportunity to still, excuse me, enjoy the park as well. Got a handful of buildings and behind-the-scenes stuff as well. A couple rides that obviously I can't remember what they are, which is going to be actually a lot of fun to go and rediscover in a handful of stores. But of course, then you've got the obvious ones, including Tower of Terror right here to our right, which is always fun. One thing I will say, I'm such a stickler for keeping the traditions. It makes me sad when an old ride has to go away. But I have actually had the ability and the luck, I guess. It's not the words I want to use, but I've been able to go out to California and ride the Guardians Breakout reskin of Tower of Terror. Fantastic. Fantastic adaptation. Honored that I got to be able to do it, and if they eventually were to do that here, which I don't know if they will, they're doing really good about changing some things, not changing the other. It would be a happy experience here. The other ride, of course, very excited for, is Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith. There's always been rumors that this is going to change, who the band is going to be. A lot of bands ask too much money. I know that the Beatles asked too much, Queen asked too much, Kiss asked too much. Aerosmith went, being a ride? Hell yeah. And this will be a little bit bittersweet for me, and I'm excited to do it because there's a possibility that this could be rethemed before we know it. Only because, unfortunately, Aerosmith was just about to embark on their final tour, which is the second time that they've tried to do it. And I had tickets to go see them in Madison Square Garden down in New York. And unfortunately, Steven Tyler's vocal injuries are not fixable, essentially, and they've had to cancel the tour altogether. So it's really a bummer that I'm not going to be able to experience it there. So I've got to live happily and try to enjoy the Rock and Roller Coaster a little bit. Then, of course, we got the Tower of Terror right there in front of us, looking good, looking grand, and still very excited to do these classic rides and be able to just have a lot of fun. And then, of course, there is no better way of ending a night, especially at MGM, than doing Fantasmic. I've seen the show many times. I've seen many of the iterations. It is one of those shows that you can see every time you go down because it is fun. It is entertaining with the floats and the fireworks and everything. It's cool to actually be able to see a little bit of the behind the scenes here, the facades, to be able to actually enjoy Fantasmic. But that soundtrack will be stuck in my head for weeks to come. I think it's already actually in my head. I've been trying to think about other things than just this vacation, but it's been 2 years since we've been able to have a vacation. I'm way too excited to ignore the fact that this is going to be spectacular, and it's been a lot of fun to kind of record these videos because I'm doing it beforehand. So I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go. I'm getting myself excited just for doing this. I know, RPM. But we're going to land ourselves over here in the parking lot. And we're going to kind of drone ourselves around and walk around MGM just a little bit. It's Hollywood Studios. I know I've been saying MGM this whole time. Guys, you can't change it on me, okay? Hollywood Studios will be able to enjoy. I know, you're angry. Anger is the emotion you're feeling. If anybody kind of has an idea of how to not have that happen, please let me know. Again, RPM's all the way up down here. That was the one fix that I saw. I'm pretty sure it's probably to do with my honeycomb throttle box. Something's probably booked in there that's not happy. That's usually the case. When something's not happy, it's usually because of the throttle quadrant. Come on, I want one good landing. A little close to the trees. A little close to the trees. Too close to the trees. Why are there trees in the parking lot? Down? No, too much to the side. Too skid. Skid, 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 skid. It's okay. We dragged just a little bit. It's fine. Again, I'm good at, quote-unquote, good. Good at flying a helicopter. Putting really big quotes around that. Landing it, not as much. The Huey that I had was amazing. I was so good at that. I'm so sad I can't highlight that here. But as we shut this down and start getting this all set, let's climb out of our rig here. And let's head on over to Hollywood Studios and see what we're able to actually see. Now, I think we're actually going to be able to see quite a lot, because even from the air, I was like, ooh, we're able to see a pretty good amount. So, of course, you got the giant palm trees as you head to the entrance. And this entrance has always been interesting to me, because this would be the main way into the park if you were to go straight on. But they shoot you over to the side, and, of course, there's Hollywood Studios sign, and boom, we're into the park, down the main stretch. And, of course, you used to be able to see the hat. It is no longer there. It goes right down to the Chinese Theater for Mickey and Minnie's Railway. You can kind of actually see the sign there. So that'll be very exciting to be able to do, something that's brand new. Of course, you got the villas and the villages to make it feel like Hollywood. You've got the show building for Indiana Jones, the stunt show. As we come over, of course, a lot of the filler shows used to be like American Idol and stuff. I don't know what it is anymore. Coming down, we've got Muppets Vision 3D as we head to what feels like New York City. Now, I wanted to pop back here really quick. There he is. There's the man right there. Oh, that's so cool. Backside of Muppets 3D. Cool to be able to see that. And again, the rumors are that it could be going away. Need to be able to enjoy that as much as we possibly can before it's gone. And, of course, Star Wars Land. Now, I know nothing around here except literally boop, 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 the Millennium Falcon. Isn't she pretty? From the sky. Again, from the sky, looks fantastic. And I'm excited for it because, again, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I am a fan. I like the movies. I like the universe especially. And that's the biggest thing that I'm excited for, is being able to go into the universe. That's something that Disney and Universal do very well. Universal has always done it better in my mind, but Disney is getting there. Of course, then you have the Flying Saucer, Green Alien rides, and Slinky Dog roller coaster, which we'll be doing for the first time as well. This was under construction last time we were here. So that'd be cool, and just immersing ourselves. Wow, Slinky Dog's a lot bigger than I thought it was, because you got it over here, and then you got it over there. So that's actually, that's exciting. I'm actually really excited to experience that. Gonna go through the backside of the park. I know there's a handful of other rides here, but honestly, I can't remember it. Your Toy Story Midway Mania, of course. Coming down to one of my favorite rides right here. Of course, that's the arch with the guitar, but they covered it with foliage. And there is the guitar. So cool. So cool that it's modeled here. You know, it's a flight sim. It's supposed to look good from the air, and it would. We'll see that in a second. Then, of course, you got the Hollywood Tower of Terror, which is nice and iconic and beautiful. And ending the night, well, that's the Beauty and the Beast show. Ending the night by coming up the paths and to the left and coming to watch Fantasmic. Now, I am praying that I won't have the same experience that I had last time that we were at Fantasmic. Last time that we were at Fantasmic, we were down there for Christmas of 2015. And we'd already had problems with this one dog who was in the park. Now, I had Belle at the time, not Ella. So Belle did not get attacked as many times as Ella has. So there was no fear of dogs for Belle. So she didn't care. She ignored them. But we had this problem with a dog that was in the park. And I'm still back and forth if it was real or not. But it was labeled as an allergen alert, which that would take a lot for somebody to fake that one. We've had people fake mobilities and stuff like that. But that's one of the more serious ones that a lot of people don't know that these dogs exist. And for the dog to be able to do its job, it needs to be out in front of the owner to detect, to make sure that they don't get near a substance. Well, this dog was about 15 feet in front of the owner, which was very hard for us to be able to navigate the park when we didn't know if any time we were going to go around the corner and there was going to be a dog without being controlled by its owner. So we kind of were avoiding them all day. It was fine until we went to Fantasmic, and somebody had the bright idea of putting two service dogs together. And we were sitting in, let's say, row 7. We were far in the back, but let's say we're in row 7. They put these people in row 6 with this dog. And all I remember is that this dog kept on coming under the thing and trying to play with Belle, like licking her face and trying to play with her. And I was like, I tried to get the guy, and I was like, hey, can you have your dog not disrupt my dog, please? And he gave me this lip, and then he started cussing at me of this and that, of like, oh, well, mine should be better well trained just to ignore her. And I'm like, your dog needs to not distract my dog from doing its job. Ended up going up, talking to cast members, and they're like, well, we can't make him move because he has not physically threatened you. At this point, I've missed the whole show, so I haven't even seen this show for years. I haven't seen it since 2013. And, wow, 11 years. So I missed the whole thing. I talked to customer service, and I was like, this is really aggravating. You know, you guys put us in a bad spot anyways, because service dogs should not be together. Even if they should be okay with each other, it's not worth the risk. They are still animals. And I said, you guys did nothing about it, and I missed this whole experience. They felt really bad. There was not a second show of Phantasmic. They did compensate us by getting us a special to the evening event that was going on in the park for like this dessert buffet and being able to have a great seat for like the last year of the Osborne lights and stuff like that. So they did make it right, but that's the thing. I don't want to sit there and try to get free things. I want the fundamentals of just being able to enjoy my day and Disney not screw up like that. So let's hope that we don't have that this time around. But that is going to be our day here at Hollywood Studios. I actually wanted to kind of zoom out here to see what it kind of looks like from the sky. Yeah, see, from the sky, that looks so detailed. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be image perfect to be up in the air and be able to see these things and be like, wow, look at that. That's so cool. And then, of course, if you look over there, there's Epcot. There's like the Swan or Dolphin. I can't remember which one's which. That's Blizzard Beach, and beyond that's Animal Kingdom. I can't remember which way Magic Kingdom is. That's going to be our next one. That'll be our last day, by the way, of being able to fly around at the parks is going to Magic Kingdom, saving the best for last. But that's going to do it for this one here with Flight Sim and this series. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. It's a lot of fun to be able to do these things and to kind of RP it or be able to have fun with it. So I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are. But that's going to do it for this one. And if you guys enjoy what you saw, we do try to get a video out here on the channel every single day. And I appreciate that continued support. But with that, I thank you guys so much for coming out to this one. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.